one of the most powerful things in your movie is the parents wrestling with their decision to put their children into a different kind of school. I know as a principal, it's very challenging to do anything, particularly with students in grade 12, around collaboration, because it's really a competition for the highest mark to get into the highest school and so on. And I know we're talking about how that's not the right pathway, but right now, realistically, it is the right pathway as far as our parents are concerned. So I was wondering if you had any comments around how to help parents see the reality of today when their reality really is that high marks get into university pathway that they already recognize.
No, that's a critical question. First of all, we have to acknowledge today, parents are truly frightened. Most parents see a far more competitive world than the world they went to, and they want to give their children a competitive advantage. And we understand that. We have to sympathize with that. But here's where it begins to fall down. They think the best way to give their children a competitive advantage is to get them into the best university. First the best school, then the best university, and so on. Well, keep in mind what I just said about Google. 15% of Google's new hires don't have a BA degree at all. Google doesn't care where you went to college anymore. They don't even ask for a transcript. The word college does not even appear on the Google job website any longer. So parents are living in another era, in an era where it really did matter if you went to a more prestigious school, in an era where every kid who went to college and did reasonably well was guaranteed a good job. That's living in the past. And we need to help parents understand that. And the best way to do that is probably to interview employers on videotape and have those employers talk about what they're looking for in terms of skills. The parents have to look beyond college. They think college is the competitive advantage. They think college is the end game. You know, having the right bumper sticker or window sticker on their station wagon going to guarantee their children a success and them as parents a good grade. Well, no, that's not how the world works. Then we need to help them understand, well, what will give your child a competitive advantage? And I've seen it over and over again. The kids who've had meaningful work internships, who've had meaningful service learning projects, who can talk knowledgeably about their skills, their interests, as well as things they want to learn, things they want to contribute, kids who are self-confident, who know who they are. Every single time, those kids are going to get the job or the opportunity ahead of the straight A kid who has never really explored an interest, doesn't know who he or she really is. So first of all, acknowledging parents' fears. Second of all, helping them understand that what gave kids a competitive advantage in the past is not necessarily going to work today. The odds are that it won't. And then thirdly, there's a different and better way to give our children a competitive advantage. That's what the parents did in the book, Creating Innovators, that I wrote. That was so striking to me. I'll give a specific example. They believed that for a kid to find and pursue a real interest is the most important thing. But Shanna Tellerman's parents were a little challenged because they were both in the medical profession, and Shanna's only passion was art. And they were secretly scared to death that she would want to be an artist and live at home for the rest of her life. Well, you know, they never said that. What they did instead was turn a spare bedroom into an artist studio. Well, to make a long story short, Shanna has a fabulous art portfolio, which gets into a good school, and she goes on to become a creator of digital three-dimensional learning environments, and eventually becomes a senior executive at Autodesk at the age of 28, her business having been bought by Autodesk, and she now works at Google. So you never know where your kids' interests are going to take them. Another quick example, because I can't resist. A single mom, working in inner city, African-American woman, had an only son. And at the age of 7 or 8, her son sees Michael Jordan playing basketball on the TV. And he says, "Mom, wow, look at that." He wasn't talking about Jordan's basketball playing. He was talking about Jordan's shoes, his sneakers. And he said, "Mom, could you go get me some clay? I want to make a pair of shoes like that." So, you know, many moms would say, "Well, you know, kid, what are you talking about? You know, go do your homework. Go, stop bothering me." You know, she's a single parent mom, a working mom. She's got a hard life. She goes out and she finds the clay, all the right colors that were needed. And he makes this extraordinary model of Michael Jordan's shoe? Well, as an adolescent, he goes on to work in shoe stores, and they give him this, in the shoe stores, the defective shoes that don't work, and he's learning, he cuts them apart, learns how they're made. He goes to college, he learns about business skills. Well, today, he's running a very successful business, designing and manufacturing, according to green technologies, new kinds of shoes. What if his mom hadn't believed in him? What if his mom had said, go study? None of this clay business. Where would he be today? So the challenge here, I think, is to really listen to our kids, to teach parents, to really listen to our kids, to their kids, and to support their interests no matter what they are. To risk that a kid who has a passion and who has learned grit, perseverance, self-regulation, and so on, is going to have a far more competitive advantages in the world and far more satisfying life than the kids who are just great, just take tests and get A's.